we're going to do another exercise, and then we'll keep this pretty good. Okay. So I don't want to give you too much. That I want to give you enough that you do this a little bit every day. This will make a difference in your life. So here's another one of these exercises. You want to put your heels together. So 45 degrees, your toes are pointing out 45 degrees. Again, tuck, sit down, slightly bend the knees. Shoulders are back and down. Aware relaxation. This time we're going to do a different thing. We're going to shift the weight. Keep your center line. Shift your weight over onto the right. And what we're going to do is take a step that is empty. Like they call it walking like a cat, or an empty step. So the weight's over here. You step forward and touch with your heel, but you don't commit. You touch and then shift. When you feel that, think of being in total darkness and you don't know if you're walking off of the edge of a mountain. When you feel that the ground is there, shift the weight forward, bend the knee, keep the back knee mostly straight. Your weight will then be 70 forward, 30 back. Then shift back, pull that foot in, and then shift to the other side, empty step, and then shift forward. And then come back. Okay, so here I'm going to do something. I'm going to show my feet so you can see what that is, and then we'll come back and see if I can get my feet in here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're this way. Tuck, sit down. The weight's all on this side, empty step, and then shift forward. See, this stance, this foot is 45 still, this foot is straight. This is mostly bent, but we'd never straighten a leg like this. You would always have a slight bend. The front leg, the knee is over the toes, not to the side of it, on either side, or not past the toes, just directly over. Otherwise, you can put pressure on your knee. So those are the things you need to know. Okay. So I'm going to come back up so we can see. I don't know. I like the other view better. I don't know. I got new shoes. I was happy to watch them. Okay. So let's try this exercise again. One more time. So tuck, sit down, shift the weight, empty step. Shift forward. Again, you're keeping your center line, so it's going through your head and down through your body and through your spine. Think of it that way. Then shift back, pull your foot in, shift to the other side, empty step, and shift. Okay, and then come back. Now, here's the next element. In Tai Chi and related exercise, you rarely separate your body. Your body moves as a unit. So for example, try this, and this applies in Dulcimer. Put your hand palm down, use your strumming hand. Put it out, palm facing down. Now turn it palm facing up. So most people are going to use their wrist to turn that hand up. You're using those wrist muscles. Try this. Leave that relaxed, leave your wrist relaxed. Rotate your elbow in. The same thing happens. The effect is that the palm faces up. Now, put it back, relax, again relax. Extend the shoulder forward and elbow comes in, and now your palm is facing up from the shoulder. Now you could, in Tai Chi, we could go from the diaphragm by shifting, turning the diaphragm I'm causing that same, I'm just bringing it back further and further into my center, you see. I could relax and just turn my hip. Turn this hip back, this hip forward, and the same thing is happening. Eventually you could do by just sinking your weight into the opposite foot. This is why in Tai Chi, when you see these little guys throw big people around, it's because big people are using their arms and little guys are using their whole body. The whole thing is all, you use everything all at once. And if we apply this to music, we'll see how to do that in a minute. Okay, so anyway, one other thing. So we want our body to move from the center. So what I want you to do is this. Make a circle with your arms. But the way we would do it is this way. Breathe in, and it's almost counterintuitive. Condense, close your chest. Open, and breathe out, and come this way. So you breathe in, and open, and breathe out, and come down. So in. See, but what I'm doing is my arms are just relaxed. I'm closing my chest and opening it. So you get this idea, and you can do the other way. Okay, so now we're going to combine these two things we just learned. So we're going to shift the weight onto the one, put it on your right. Empty step. As you shift forward, close and open, look up. And as you shift back, pull in. Shift to the other side, empty step, open, and breathe out, come back in. Now, the thing to realize is, what we're doing if you have this interest, is this is good to do outside. I'm not going to get into theory and all, but yin and yang is a balance of natural energy. The sun is the main source of yang energy, hot action, motion, the male energy. So what we're doing is opening up to the sun, grabbing that yang energy and pulling it into our lower dantian, 3 fingers below the belly button, 1/3 of the way in, and pulling it into there. So what we're doing is, basically, so you open, gather, like gathering a quilt, and pull it back in. The foot that steps forward is the hand that ends up on the top. And again, the opposite, when you step with the other foot, that's the hand that ends up on top. Okay? So anyway, so we're going to just do this a couple more times, and then I'm just going to show you a couple of little other quick things, and we'll be done with this, and we'll go on to some other stuff. Okay, so tuck, sit down, empty step, open, and breathe out, come back. Shift the weight to the other side, empty step, breathe in, and breathe out. And again, in, and breathe out. And once more in, and breathe out. Then relax. This relaxing posture, you're sinking your energy into the yin energy of Mother Earth. Okay,